there are reasonable cases, there are reasonable circumstances that the accused persons show allegiance to the ruling party, and the state government may have prejudices about it, and the court believes that the investigation can be conducted in a more fair manner.
The judgment to say that on a mere prejudice or a mere apprehension or a mere abuse of law, you will direct investigation to be transferred to CBI?
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, may I speak? Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship. Lordship, in this case of State of West Bengal versus Committee for Protection of Democratic Rights itself, the court said it was further alleged therein that the police administration was under the influence of the ruling party.
Acts were so brutal that 11 people were killed in this matter. That's why the court held that it should be directed. It should be directed at the CBI to investigate in this matter. We are saying we don't feel in this particular matter it should be investigated by CBI.
However, Lordship, in this case, the Honorable Supreme Court.
In this judgment, there was a political rivalry.
Your Lordship, there was an attack on the member of the political party by a mob.
So you want the Supreme Court to say that any matter in which political rivalry is there should be investigated by CBI, because Union of India is the commander of CBI, and that's why CBI should investigate.
No, Your Lordship, the Council does not want the bench to say that. However, when there is a reasonable apprehension on the part of the court.
What do you understand by reasonable apprehension?
Reasonable apprehension when the court believes and had reasonable grounds to believe that the investigation cannot be conducted with due procedure laid by the law. It was held in the case of State of West Bengal, Your Lordship, in which the court's Honorable Supreme Court said that even if there is a reasonable apprehension, the court can direct the investigation to the CBI. And Your Lordship, the same was also held in the case of Gurcharan Das Chadha versus the State of Rajasthan, in which the court said a case is transferred when there is a reasonable apprehension on the part of a party also, and the court agrees with it. Then the transfer of investigation can be made to the CBI.
Council, you are aware of a judgment of a very recent judgment of the State of West Bengal of Vineet Narayan versus not the Vineet Narayan which you are thinking versus CBI. There's another judgment in which the High Court of Calcutta has held that even after the withdrawal of the consent has been withdrawn, still the CBI can investigate in that particular state.
Lordship, I'm not aware of that issue. Lordship, the next argument of the Council is that judicial review being itself the basic structure of the Constitution.
So there is a separation of power.
Separation of power is there in the country, but it is not practiced in its rigid sense, as I mentioned, Your Lordship, that in the case of Ram Javaiya Kapoor versus State of Punjab.
The facts of Ram Javaiya Kapoor, the facts were completely different. Please don't quote this judgment.
Sorry, Your Lordship.
That was not a criminal matter.
Your Lordship, in several judgments, it has been held by the court that it is not practiced. The doctrine of separation is not practiced in its rigid sense, though there is a differentiation.
Can you explain what is the CBI understanding of separation of powers?
Separation of powers, Your Lordship, is within all the organs of the government. The power should be differentiated. However, Your Lordship, it is not practiced in its rigid sense. It has been seen time to time that whenever necessary, the organs overlap and they interfere in the functioning of each other.
And the law and order falls into which list?
Under the state list, Your Lordship.
And then why do we have a problem with SIT?
Because whenever the court feels that the investigation cannot be conducted in a fair manner by the state, the court under Article 32, the Supreme Court under Article 32 and the High Courts under Article 226 have the power to direct the investigation to an authority which the court believes will do the investigation.
You are making an argument and we are inclined to disband the CBI right now because we don't think the CBI can investigate any case. Your argument is that the separation of power and the law and order investigation all lie in the state, right?
Yes, Your Lordship.
And then how can CBI investigate any case from here on?
Your Lordship, the CBI can investigate because it is a central authority.
The central government has the power to investigate? Is the law and order in the content list, the state list?
Your Lordship, it is mentioned in Article 80 of the list one also, that the Your Lordship may read it.
You mean to say entry?
Entry 80. extension of powers of the powers and jurisdiction of members of a police force belonging to any state to any area outside the state, but not so as to enable the police of one state to exercise powers and jurisdiction in any area outside that state without the consent of the government of that state. In entry 18, the issue is the transfer of investigation from one state to the other. However, in this, the investigation is transferred to central authority.
Referred to entry 18, and entry 18 has been mentioned without the consent of the government of the state. That has been withdrawn.
Lordship, it says the transfer of investigation from one state to the other state. However, in this case, the matter is transfer of investigation to CBI, which is not the state government.
The basis of the SP Act was that the jurisdiction of CBI originally extended to Delhi and the Union Territory, and then it extended to all the states wherein consent was granted, and herein consent has been withdrawn as per and that is substantiated by Section 21 of the General Clauses Act, as well as your CBI manual says, as I had iterated it a while back, that CBI can only investigate cases in those states wherein consent has been granted. Now consent has been withdrawn.
Lordship, this is why the judgment of State of West Bengal versus Committee for Protection of Rights becomes relevant in this case, because in this case the Honorable Supreme Court held that the case can be transferred to the CBI even if the consent of the state had been withdrawn. Lordship, if the bench is satisfied, the counsel seeks permission to present the prayer. Therefore, in the light of the authorities cited, issues cited, authorities, arguments advanced and authorities cited. Issues raised, arguments advanced, and authorities cited, it is humbly requested that this honorable court may be pleased to adjourn and declare that the transfer of investigation from the state of ANP to the CBI is constitutionally valid, and that the dictum laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court of Hindustan in the case of State of West Bengal versus Committee for Protection of Democratic Rights is not contradictory to law and is inconsistent with that, and pass any such decree, writ, or direction as this honorable court may deem fit and proper. Thank you, Your Lordship, and thereby rest my case.
The appeal is between two evidence options. First is, they themselves have asserted that it was held in media trials, this was held in media trials. You snatch away my right to consent. You snatch away my right to investigate. On what basis? Media trials, apprehensions, and largely unsubstantiated claims, and then say federalism is intact as is. How is the respondent going to justify the stand of theirs? How is federalism intact, Your Lordships? Secondly, themselves assert that law and order and police are state subjects, but then they take over the case, citing the central supreme authority. What supreme authority the respondents are talking about, Your Lordships?
That's all.
Lordship, media is the fourth pillar of a democracy, and therefore it needs to be trusted. And in this case, the transfer of investigation was not merely on the basis of the media trial. The families might be influenced by the media trial, but the courts are not. The court transferred the investigation because it had reasonable grounds to believe so, and not once, not only the single judge bench, Your Lordship, the division judge bench also transferred the investigation to the CBI, because the court believed that there are reasonable grounds to do so, Your Lordship. It was not merely on the basis of media trial. Thank you, Your Lordship.
Lordships have said that media must be trusted and families might believe. Their whole case is based on apprehensions, accusations with no substantiation. Highly implied.
As argued earlier, the transfer of investigation to the CBI is not entirely based upon the media trial. It is an evident fact that there is an increase in the crime of homicide based on political ideologies as a matter of revenge and for settling political scores in the state of AMP. This is a reasonable ground, Your Lordship. Thank you.
pause for this.